Oh, you hear that, guys? That's my coffee maker. That's going to be an absolute necessity now. Now that we're at Sill, Oklahoma. Oh, man. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trace Trades, where you give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back, I was about $30,000 deep into medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money, and I'm happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. So if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me here to the community, make a couple people better off than they were before, that's all that I can ask for. Last, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now today, it is a cheeky 3:13 in the morning, and it's my first day on the job at Fort Sill here. We got some stuff to do, so we were waking up early to knock out the videos for everybody here on the channel. So we're going to take a quick look at BIOL, and this is a position that I do currently hold in my portfolio, just to be completely transparent. I will show you right now. I do have a position in BIOL with 7,000 shares at a dollar cost average of 96.8, worth $7,280. And we're going to have to watch for a couple of significant levels throughout the day here. So we're going to look at this on the 1 month chart as well as the 2-day 1 minute chart. I've got a Fibonacci retracement drawn up, which is very easy to do. You go over to draw, click on Fibonacci retracement if you have Fidelity Pro, put the base at the bottom of the run up and the peak at the top of the run up, and it gives you an idea of how a stock is going to retrace compared to the height of its run. So if it retraces 50%, that means that it gave back 50% of whatever you gained from the base of the run-up. So a 50% retracement is actually the acting level of support right now, and the 38.2% retracement of $1.08 is now the current acting level of support that we have gapped over that. So we'll talk about what that all means. We'll establish some levels of entry and exit, support and resistance. We'll discuss the overall volume. I have 3 different indicators pulled up. The RSI, which is the relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought. Anything under 30 is oversold. I have the 200 EMA, which is this dark blue line, and this is a 200-day moving period exponential moving average, or just a valuation price trend line, and the 15-day VAMA, which is the volume adjusted moving average. Some brokerage accounts won't offer you this. You may need to use the VWAP or the MA, but it's about the same thing, and this is basically just a average valuation price trend line over a 15-day moving period, adjusted accordingly to the overall volume going into a stock. So we'll talk about all that. We'll show you guys some different bullish and bearish patterns that I'm seeing on this, and the whole 9 yards. But before we keep going, I'm gonna get my cup of coffee real quick. All right, guys, we're cooking. This is an absolute necessity. All right, so let's just get right into the video today. But first, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the guys over at the Patreon. We are over 550 members strong now, which is absolutely insane. It seriously means so much to me that you guys all support the channel. So they will have access to this awesome private Discord, as well as real-time insight to my personal trading. Look at that. I was a big Dragon Ball Z fan growing up. I think they watched the show 5 times through. So they will have access to my real-time insight as well, and my trading. We've got chat and questions, investing assistance, options trading, StockBot, which is actually a very cool tool which can give you a lot of statistical information, short-term plays, mid-term plays, long-term plays, SPAC plays, cult stocks, a bunch of different industries and sectors, and we've got a lot of winners in here making a crap ton of money. Let me just show you some of the weekly earners and learners on the month here. We've got free spin made 58% in the 1 week. We've got, looks like, almost 50% in 3 months. Oh, 57% in a month. So there's a lot of really good people in here. So if you'd like to join the community, learn from some really awesome investors and traders, there's a link to the Patreon in the description box down below. Now, if you're not familiar with what Biolase is, we'll just read you a quick little description. They are a medical device company which engages in developing, manufacturing, marketing, and sale of laser systems in dentistry and medicine. It operates through Waterlase systems and Diode systems products. The Waterlase system uses a patented combination of water and laser energy to perform procedures using drills, scalpel, Jack. I always say that joke, but I just love that Eminem song. And other traditional dental instruments for cutting soft and hard tissue. The Diode systems perform soft tissue, pain therapy, and cosmetic procedures, including teeth whitening. Their overall market cap is about $97 million or so, and we are expecting them to have a webinar very shortly. So if we come to webinars, upcoming live webinars, we are expecting a webinar on this Thursday and it is on their website. So they're expecting to present on Thursday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time, and this could act as a very solid news catalyst for the company and push some really nice price action. Now, one other thing that I want to show you guys that I find very interesting, and this is using StockBot. That way, we can show you guys some different statistics. I'm going to show you guys insider buying and institutional buying on this stock. So we do have 11% insider ownership, which is always a great sign for a company. So if you don't see insiders or the intra management team purchasing into their company, that typically means that they think there's something wrong with the company, whether it be growth, financials, potential, management, etc., etc. And seeing over 10% insider ownership is a solid sign to me about the potential of the company. Now, another thing that I want to show you guys that I find equally as awesome is the institutional ownership, and it is 12%. So we have nearly 25% of the company is owned by big wig companies. So that is a really good thing to see. I would like to see this maybe a little bit higher, but overall, to see that there is institutional buying and insider buying both into BIOL, that does act as a reassurance to me, especially because you have to understand that they definitely know about the reverse split, right? They understand the dangers of the reverse split, but they're willing to keep their money in the stock regardless. So that is very comforting to me, and I'm going to be keeping that in the back of my mind as I watch the price action here. So what are we looking at right now? Well, in the pre-market right now, we are looking like we might gap up. We're at $1.14 currently trading. Volume the last couple days has been a little bit down. We did see a nice little push at the end of the day here. I'm assuming this is because they announced they were not going to affect the reverse split, and they convened the meeting with the stockholders at least until February. So that is a good thing. We are not expecting to see a reverse split, at least for now. We'll revisit this again in mid-February, and I will make a video on that as well when we get to that point. But as of now, BIOL is in a very safe spot, and it does look like it's on the move. I'm telling you, these charts look real nasty. These are good charts, and I just get so excited to see a chart like this because they have a lot of great confirmations. We've got a lot of overbought territory followed by corrections that are not that harsh. Look at this. We touched 28 for a little while and corrected back up to 40 pretty much instantly. Touched 70 twice here and only corrected down to 38. Touched 70 4 times here. We came down to 26, immediately corrected. That didn't last more than a day, right? And now we're about to, looks like anyways, approach overbought territory once more, and I have a good feeling we're just going to keep stair-stepping these higher lows, higher highs, establishing our positions in BIOL. And honestly, I think I might end up holding this longer than Thursday. I said I was going to hold this until Thursday, but I'm completely content letting my money sit here and grow only 10% a week. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I can see BIOL doing some really good things, and I think there's a pretty solid median price on this. I'll just check again, price target BIOL. Oh, I typed it wrong. Price target BIOL. So the analyst mean target price is $1.41 right now. So if the upside here is still 30 cents, and that's without any sort of hype, that's just a straight analytical standpoint, we're trading below that. And I've been saying $1.50 since I've been presenting this to everybody. So that's good to see some confirmation, and I do think we're on our way to that still. I still think this is going to be one of our grand slams in the making. So what is an entry point to this? What are you looking at? Well, we do currently have a level of support at $1.08, and it does look like we may be using this in the future as a level of support. Currently testing out a level of resistance at about $1.15. So I think it's going to be a pretty tight little price zone here until we give one way or the other. So I'm just going to turn this to a white bar so it's easier to see. So once we push through this $1.15, you're going to be looking at $1.15 as an entry point. If you can get into this in the pre-market, if you don't already have a position established, or if you're looking to improve your position, I think if you catch this slipping down anywhere near $1.99, in between $0.99 and $1.08, I think it's going to treat you extremely well. My dollar cost average on this is 97.8, and I feel comfortable adding in at $1.08 on this stock because I just think it's going to be a nasty stock, man. It's got a lot of great confirmations. We do have one kind of nasty looking hammer candle here, and that's typically an indicator of weak buying pressure, but this is 3 days old. Keep that in mind. And it's also in the after hours, and typically the after hours, the price action can be a little bit different. So that is one thing that I don't like to see. But what I do like to see right off the bat here is this hammer candle. This is a nice looking hammer candle, and that's the most recent price action we have. We've got this nice long tail underneath the candle, followed by a good fat bar, and it's looking like we're gonna have a lot of buying pressure today. And we followed up the day yesterday with a nice big close, a good wide range candle right there, followed by a little bit of a bleed, but we did stair step a higher low and a higher high. We're working our way towards that. And another thing that I find interesting, and watch this, we are tightening this price action. We are in an upward channel right now, but we're not pushing past $1.20. And what does this mean? Well, we had one false breakout, so outside of that, that means we're tightening and compressing price action. We have an ascending wedge formation right now. And as we keep pushing up here to that $1.20 mark, this is my prediction. This is my prediction. As we keep pushing up to this $1.20 mark and it keeps compressing, you're going to set a higher low to $1.10, higher low to $1.12, higher low to $1.14, and it's going to keep bouncing off this $1.20 until eventually it pushes through that $1.20, and it's going to be violent. I mean, mini parabolic. I think you're going to crush this $1.32, $1.38 price range, and it's gonna shoot through some pretty insane numbers. I still have a price target on this of $1.50. I think that's completely realistic. We've got, once we get the volume to back this up, we've got the 15 VAMA gapped over the 200 EMA. We've got lots of great candle work in here. The RSI does not correct very harshly. It's approaching overbought territory right now. We do appear to have a lot of buying pressure. We've got everything that we're looking for a grand slam play, guys. So let's take a quick look at the 2-day 1-minute chart for any last minute confirmations that we want on the day. I will be holding this position. If you are looking to establish a position, look for that $1.08 mark. Anywhere between $1 and $1.08 I think is going to treat you extremely well. An exit point, it all depends on your strategy. If you're a swing trader, I think once you see a top out, you see a little bit of a bounce off a level of resistance, take your profit and rinse and repeat, right? We saw a lot of volatility with this stock, so you'll have lots of opportunities to do so. So if you're mid to long terming this, I think I might end up mid terming this, just depending on the price action in the next couple days here. But I will be holding this at least until Thursday's webinar. My price target is $1.50. If we don't reach $1.50, I'm completely content taking profits on a 20, 30, 40% run up, whatever it may be. I actually read this in the comment section yesterday, and this actually caught my attention, and I wanted to share it with you. So one of my subscribers, I was saying how I want to make $1 million, and he said, well, if you continue to make 10% a year off of your $30,000, it will only take you 37 weeks to 10% a week for 37 weeks to make $1 million without having to add anything to your portfolio. So think about that. Think about how crazy that is. If you can average 10% a week, you don't need to chase these big grand slam insane hits where you're risking your entire portfolio, right? You don't need to get 10% a week. So if you can average 10% a week on your portfolio, you can have $1 million in 37 weeks off of $30,000. That's pretty cool. I just thought I'd share that with you. That was definitely motivating for me. Now, we do have a top out right here, which is typically a little bit of a bearish sign, but you do need to keep in mind the context. We did have a nice big fat gap between the 15 VAMA and the 200 EMA here, so we did bleed a little bit afterwards. But what we are seeing right now in the pre-market is some nice buying pressure, a little bit choppy. You don't have the volume yet. It is 3:26 in the morning, so keep that in the back of your mind. But I do anticipate that today is going to be a very, very green day. We had some ugly bar coding yesterday, so there were some traders in here scalping the stock. If you're not familiar with what bar coding, I suppose this wasn't yesterday. I gotta get a grip, man. This was Friday, last Friday. And if you're not familiar with what bar coding is, scalping a stock is when traders will buy in. So we were going between $1.03 and $1.04. Traders will buy in at $1.03 and sell out at $1.04 with limit orders in an algorithmic way. They'll repeat this process for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and scalp the crap out of a stock. That way they can make a crap ton of money. And that's what you're seeing right here with BIOL. You see a good example of that with Zoom. I know everybody knows what I'm talking about with Zoom. that was an ugly day. But we did have have a little bit of barcoding, which, you know, it's pretty boring. It's not the end of the world. It's some people think this is a bad sign. I don't see it as a bad sign. It's consolidation. It's people taking advantage of trading the market. It is what it is. But we do have a very nice, what begins to look like a possible cup and handle formation right here. And if that does play out, man, that'll be absolutely filthy. So that is the update I have for you guys today on ticker symbol BIOL, Biolase Incorporated. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link for Webull in the description box down below. Webull will give you 4 free stocks if you deposit $100. I will also receive some free stocks. If you're interested, that's cool. If not, it doesn't really matter. I appreciate your support by just taking the time to watch my videos. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.